John, so you talked about toxic situations, defeating your hard work. It may have defeated the external expression of hard work you're doing on the outside, but there's also things that you gain that it can't defeat. When we do hard work, when we're creating, when we're doing stuff, the representation of it isn't the stuff just on the outside. We become different on the inside. It develops us as a person, develops our soul, and that somebody can't take. They can take the thing that you built on the outside, but they can't take who you have become on the inside. And because what you built on the outside isn't you anyways. So therefore, it doesn't matter. But if you don't know that and you're confused and you think what you built is part of you, well, then you have to protect everything you built. How much work would that be? So when we build something, when we create something in our life, and we know just because we're creating it, because this is good for this person, this is good for this situation, but that's not you. It's not who you are. Now we create it, and once we create it, we let it go. And if we create it and we failed in creating it, it's okay. It doesn't influence who we are. Saying it is easy. Someone goes, I know. Well, great. I know too. But just because I know and you know doesn't mean that we can do it. So that's where the effort comes in every single day. It's just practicing these things that we all seem to know. And when we listen to the same thing over again, we listen to the same advice again and again and again and again and again. Why do we do that? It's not because we know, because we already know. It's because we can't do it. We haven't done it repeatedly. It doesn't matter what we know. It only matters what we actually can experience, what we actually realize, what we're actually doing. If we know that's important to accept, great. But are we accepting it? Yes. When? Accept it yesterday, last week? How about right now, and then right now, and then right now? So when we hear things, we practice it over and over and over, even if we hear the same thing. That's why it's actually better to go ahead and hear same things that are powerful, that solves the root issues, than to hear a whole bunch of new things. Because when we learn how to accept ourselves, that is the root of what determines our experience. And then from there, every single change that we make, every single thing becomes changed. But if we were to go ahead and focus on all these little things, even if we fix one thing, it takes too much work and we never are done because there's always more new things on the outside here. So if we have a certain amount of time and a certain amount of energy every single day, what are we going to spend it on? Are we going to spend it on sprinkling all of these things when it comes to developing ourselves? Or are we going to just focus on developing ourselves, and through developing ourselves, every single thing, our relationship changes. Our work starts to change. The way we act, our habits, all of this change because we changed the core aspect. And that core aspect, accepting who we are right now at this moment. And it's always at this moment because the moments change and we change. 10 minutes from now, something could happen and then we become different. But then if we accept that, great. So we always accept that moment right now. And we practice it as often as possible. Every moment you have an opportunity to practice it.